Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Brew with your host Joe from Yankee Mania. I hope everybody's doing well. And when I mention the brew, I'm mentioning the brew because it's a special occasion with the Subway series. So instead of regular coffee, today we take out the good stuff. A nice glass of espresso with the grinds and everything. Have a fantastic machine, and it's just like you would get in a cafe. So, bottoms up to everybody. And in honor also with this, an Italian biscuit is always what goes with it. But anybody, so this is for you. Cheers to everyone, and let's go Yankees. Oh my God, nothing like a smooth espresso in the morning, guys. Wow. So let's get started. What do you want to talk about? I sound like Cody Rhodes. Well, obviously, first of all, I want to thank the panel from last night. You guys were awesome. Thank you, Mr. Nippon. I really, really appreciate you coming on and rah-rahing the show. And of course, Jason, I don't have to say too much about him. He is the man. Unfortunately, what do you call NFE was sick with a very bad headache, but hopefully he's doing well. And of course we had Big Ken was with us, and I wanted to talk to you before we start anything. What's going to happen in the day's event? So we're on now, and then later on we're going to have Ken doing a preview of the Subway series on the Ugly Truth. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ken, but I think you said it was about 1:15 or 1:30 today. And then right after that, we're going to go right into the play-by-play on Ken's The Ugly Truths channel. So we're going to do the play-by-play from there. And of course, I will go on the chat with everyone, any questions or whatever. So I wanted to cover that first. And then, of course, there will just be the play-by-play. Tomorrow morning, we come back at 8 a.m. and we'll discuss, hopefully, the happy recap. So that would be good. Thank you, Ken. Yes, he's going on at 1:30. Thank you for that. So we're going solo this morning. CT Cards had some things to take care of, but he will join us maybe later in the chat and definitely tomorrow morning. Shout out to whatever you're doing, CT. Make sure you guys drive safe, and I hope you, your mom, and everyone are feeling better. So that's very, very important. Also, hello in the chat, Real Bill, John the Beagle Dad, Ken. The list goes on and on here, guys. Thank you so much. Also, CT is saying hello. Merck, so saucy. Is here. Great. Thank you. Good morning. I hope you have your morning brew with you. What are you guys having this morning, man? Is it like I said, I'm going with the espresso. You guys go with your coffee, go with your donuts or bagels, whatever you like. Sean Browning, good morning. How you doing, big guy? Hope all is well. I do want to mention again, everyone, that please, I can't stress enough, you'll see it on the bottom. Press the like button and subscribe to NY Yankee Mania. Also today, don't forget, if there is any breaking news, you will hear it on Ken's show. I will do the best to stay on top of everything. If it's on after Ken's show on The Ugly Truth, I will put a short out. If it's really big of some kind, we'll go on live and we'll talk about it. So we've got you covered in the Subway series. The first thing I want to do, guys, I want to go over the lineup. This is my lineup, and I want everybody to make a comment. This is the lineup I would like as a with a right-handed pitcher going, and of course there's going to be changes with Giancarlo coming in. But right now, to me, the best lineup the Yankees could put out, and of course, no, Mr. Chaz Chisholm. So I would put out. This is my lineup, guys. Trent Grissom would lead off. Aaron Judge would bat second. Cody Bellinger would bat third. Goldsmith would bat fourth. I would take a nice chance on Austin Wells batting fifth. I would go Dominguez batting sixth. Believe it or not, I would go DJ LeMahieu batting seventh. I have confidence in him. I have Anthony Volpe batting eighth, where he belongs, and he will get better pitches and a little protection, hopefully, especially if DJ's hitting, and batting ninth against the righty Bobby Vivas would have to play. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see Peraza. I don't want to see. I don't even want to mention his name because he's just on the roster for being on the roster. But that's my lineup, guys. I like to hear what you guys have to say. Do you believe that Anthony Volpe deserves to be batting fifth or deserves to go down eighth or ninth and where he doesn't have the pressure? I mean, obviously, if the clutch phases him, well, fine. We'll deal with that. Merck, thank you. He says, I like that lineup. I really, really, really like that lineup. I would give that a chance. Also, I did a little research this morning. So it looks like that Max Fried is going to pitch Sunday night. The Yankees mean business in this series. They got beat last year, and it's in their belly. No question in my mind. They're not going to say it like if George Steinbrenner was here, he would say they better win. I think in a nice, quiet way, House said to the team maybe, or at least to Aaron Boone or Cashman, we've got to win this series. We've got to make a statement. We may not win all three games, but they got to come out and win tonight and go for the series win. A fact on Max Fried. Max Fried is 9-5 against the New York Mets with a 2.48 ERA in 23 appearances, and he has a whopping 113 strikeouts. Juan Soto is the one that hits him pretty well, so he's gonna have to pitch carefully, allow him to base hit to left field, but that's it. But he usually handles the whole Met team very, very well. And again, we're not 100% sure. We're hearing all kinds of reports. Max Fried is going to pitch Sunday. Max Fried's not going to pitch Sunday. For him to pitch Sunday, the Yankees mean business, guys. I don't care what anybody says. They are altering their rotation to have the best they can with the injuries and all. So if that doesn't show you that they care, well, then I don't think anything will. That's why I want the best available lineup. Take advantage of Yankee Stadium and do what you need to do. Yes, Merck is saying, yeah, bring back Francie Cordero. No, he's well someplace, I think, in the National League now. And Real Bill, let's see. Let me bring this up. Ken and myself told everyone that Fried was pitching Sunday. We were right, as usual. Yes, Bill, you are right. I knew that I had a very, very strong feeling that the Yankees weren't playing games this time. Absolutely not. Good morning from Jason Castillo. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you joining the chat. So what do you think of the lineup? Only one person has mentioned. Ken says, bring back Jamar Jones. Yeah, another winner. And everybody basically just saying hello to each other. Let's see. Again, Ken saying hello, Jason. Merck says, how about bringing back CT Cards boy J.D. Davis? Yeah, that's just what we need. Like last year, he batted fourth in the first game at Citi Field, and I was sick to my stomach. Real Bill says, Joe, Boone will leave Volpe where he is. I just hope that Volpe gets fired up. That's the biggest mistake. It's about time that they wake up and smell the espresso. Smell the espresso, Boone. Put him down eighth or ninth where he belongs. Take the pressure off the kid. Why is he batting with all the big shots in the third, the fourth, and the fifth spot? No reason for it. Take the pressure off you're playing the guy every freaking day. And he's not worthy right now of batting fifth. I'm sorry. He's a good shortstop. I'm not taking that away. But he's not a great hitter. He lunges. He should be doing more with that bat. He should be bunting. He should try different things. You don't give him the chance to bunt when he's batting fifth. He's limited. So he's got to try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. If you bat him eighth or ninth, nobody expecting him to hit a home run. But what you do expect is for him to be Anthony Volpe. And he can bunt, and he can hit the ball to the right side. You're taking away his game, Boone. That's what I'm trying to say. Can I spell it any more than that? His game stinks. He's not a fifth place hitter. And we have a chance to move him down and give a chance to Wells. He can't do any worse, guys. He can't. And that's what I'm trying to say. You can't dispute this, everyone. You can't. Anthony Volpe's game will be so much better if he was batting eighth or ninth because he'd be able to bunt. There's no pressure. You're going to see that average go from 235, 238. I bet you it goes to 260 before you know it. And that's the type of player Anthony Volpe is. He's about a 260 hitter right there. You're not going to get much more, and you shouldn't get much less. But you leave him in the fifth spot, it's not helping anybody. No questions asked. So, let me hear what you think about it, guys. I know you guys are talking within each other, but I like to hear what you're saying. Merck says he did a good job last year batting leadoff. Well, he did until he didn't. And you don't want to test that. Why put that pressure on the kid? He's got enough to worry about. He's the starting shortstop for the greatest franchise in the whole world. So why put that on him? When he starts hitting the 260, the 270, and he gets another year older, he's a young man. Why all this pressure? And why doesn't anybody ask Boone that question? It's never asked. He won't be there. That's right, Jason. You're right. But right now, this is not the lineup that Aaron Boone puts, in my opinion, is not the best lineup to beat the Mets. No way in hell. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put him leadoff. I don't put him fifth. I put him eighth or ninth. I'm sorry. Is he a better hitter than Vivas? Of course he is. Is he a better hitter than Piazza? Yes, he definitely is. But that's all he is. You can't tell me that he's a better hitter than anybody that's ahead of him. I don't care what the stats show right now, because the other guys are home run hitters or whatever. Let them be in fifth and sixth and the seventh spot, and let Volpe go, because Volpe can steal the base. He can do all of that. I know, Ken. I know. Forget about the numbers. The best thing for the team is Anthony Volpe to bat eighth or ninth. In my opinion, case closed. I don't care about, I'm sick of stats. I'm sick of analyzation. Where has it gotten us? Have we won a world championship? No. And we keep going with the same way the Yankees want to do things, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I don't want to hear, he's got more on base. No, baloney. Everybody knows Anthony Volpe cannot play his game unless he has no pressure on him. In the fifth spot, he can't bunt. There's always men on base. He can't do it, guys. When is it going to go through people's heads, especially Aaron Boone and the crack staff that they have? Merck is saying the Mets lineup don't scare me. They're top heavy. Yeah, they are top heavy, but they have guys that do a number on the Yankees, and that's like Nimmo, Sterling Marte, Jeff McNeil. All these guys are pest hitters against the Yankees. So the Yankees have to take an early lead. No question about it. Ken is saying, Joe, the analytics have the Yankees first in the American League East with the biggest lead. Yes, we know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about one player right now. I don't care about what the papers say. It's the reality. It's going to come and bite the Yankees in the butt. I'm telling you. Just like, even though I didn't have a show last year at this time, I kept yelling and screaming to anybody that would listen. The Yankees don't play fundamental baseball. They never do. They're not athletic enough. Oh, well, look at the way they're winning. Enjoy the win. You want me to enjoy the win? But go ahead. Go complain what happened in the World Series when it's at the biggest stage of your life. And they showed signs of that. They didn't have the greatest of the year. They fell into funks like crazy. The only reason why they won the division is the Orioles just stunk. But the Yankees in the middle of the year, they stunk. And what do? Oh, we can't do much because we're strapped. You're strapped. I turned around and said, why don't we do a GoFundMe? Let's raise about $1 million and give it to Hal. And say, here, go get us a good backup player. It won't cost you anything. Is that stupid or what? I mean, Ken is saying the reality Yankees are. I know that. We know that. And what I'm saying is, Real Bill says Joe would make a great TV preacher. Well, thank you, Bill. I take that as a compliment. I'm just saying the best thing for us. And I am so sick and tired of you got to do this and you got to do that and you need the righty and the lefty. Get the lineup that's going to beat the Mets and every team. You put this team again, you put this lineup with the Dodgers, and I guarantee you they lose the series. There's not even a thought in my mind. They got lucky with the Padres. They were home. They got a couple of big clutch hits. Trent Grisham is not going to hit a home run every time up, guys. You know he's going to go into a funk. And if he goes in a funk, and Judge is going to bat .410 all year, I don't know about that. Yes, Bellinger is heating up. Dominguez is heating up. But you got to do it in stages. You have to do it the right way. The Yankees are not doing it the right way. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Sean Browning says fundamental Yankees don't understand fundamentals. He's 100% right. Right on target, Sean. That's what I'm trying to say. Forget about the Yankees are 4 games up and this and that. It doesn't matter. It matters to get into the playoffs. And then what? You ready to lose in the first round because we can't do fundamental things? Or we got the lineup all screwed up and bases loaded and Volpe comes up and strikes out? Once in a blue moon, he'll hit a home run or he'll get a hit. But darn it, you're a professional hitter. You got to get a hit after 20 at-bats. If you don't, you really, really should give it up. And I don't care what anybody says, I don't mean to pick on the boy Volpe, Mr. Italian Stallion. I don't. But if it doesn't improve, I'm going to go on record and say if there's a chance to trade him, they will. They will. I'm going on record and saying that. If he has another poor performance, and it's all because of the Yankees' fault. It's not Volpe's fault. Because I guarantee you, give that guy 25 games in the 8th or 9th spot, and I bet you he hits 350. And then I want to see everybody come to me and say, Joe, you were right. I know I'm right. I've seen the Yankees for over 35 years. I know this team like the back of my hand. And I know how they operate. I've seen it firsthand. I've been there. I know. I'm not saying I'm an Einstein, but I know what the Yankees' philosophy is. And this philosophy sucks. It's not going to work. It's not. They baby everybody. They finally bring up the Volpes and the Wells and the Rice. Okay, great. And the Dominguez. That's great. But it took them 1,000 years to do that. Where were all the players when everybody was aging? Where were they? And then they bring up an old, well, I'm not saying old Anthony, Mr. Judge, Aaron Judge, but let's face it, when he came up, what was he, 27 years old? I mean, they brought up other people that had a lot worse stats than Judge in the minor leagues. If you guys remember, and some of you are not old enough here in the chat, when Derek Jeter came up, he had a lousy average. They brought him up because I truly believe G. Michael put the pressure on. So you bring this guy up, because if you trade him, I'm out of here. You're going to lose everything about me. And that's what they did. So why wait till the man's 27 years old? You know what he can give you. Let him take his ups and downs, just like you're doing with Volpe when he was 25 years old. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just bringing up, I mean, this has got to be a happy time. I understand. We're 4 games up, and I love it. I am very grateful. But also, we should have 5 more wins. Because of the starting pitcher can't do more than 5 innings half the time, the bullpen's shot right now. They're tired. And that's why you need a shot in the arm by Loizaga. You need Lasagna in there now. These guys are shot. I mean, the adrenaline is there. And now they're coming into a very big series that I believe means a lot to them in their belly. I really do. You could take it as it's another game, Joe. It's not. Especially they lost the 4 games last year. They have something to prove. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Yes, we had horrible rookie year. Okay. I ranted about my wife. Now we're married, and it rants about me. Real Bill has always got something cool. Yankees need to fix the analytics team and needs to realize fundamental and bunting is needed. Wake up and smell the coffee and Rose CT and with CT cards. J.D. Davis, laugh out loud. Well, look, I mean, we are not. I mean that if you go back to that lineup in Game 1 of the Subway Series last year, it was pathetic. When you have J.D. Davis batting cleanup, and I remember the Yankees had bases loaded in the first inning, and of course, what else is new? They end up with a goose egg. What else is new? And again, when they're down like 7-0, then they start hitting the home run here and this and that, and they just fall short. So I don't, let's compare the oranges and the apples. That lineup last year was pathetic. So finally, mostly we're healthy, but you can't argue that you want to have the best, and damn well. I know some people say, well, it's another series. Well, yes, it is. I don't think it is for the Yankees. Not that they altered that starting pitching lineup to make sure that Fried gets in there. This means a lot to them. And I'm telling you, if they screw up, you're not going to have very, very happy people in Yankee land. I don't say there's going to be a big pullout, but they want to win, and this is a little extra special for them. And I have a feeling we're going to see it in their play. They're going to be relentless. They're going to keep going and going and going. Real Bill has a statement here. We need to start taking advantage of our speed. Fact, I get so frustrated with our base coaches. They suck. Well, again, it would change if Volpe was batting lower in the lineup because he doesn't have a chance. If he's 8th or 9th, there's no pressure, guys. If he gets thrown out, the leadoff hitter starts. If he gets thrown out the way it is now, it doesn't do us any good. Sean Browning said this is Judge Revenge Tour. revenge on the Mets and Soto. Who cares? Who cares about Soto? Soto doesn't care about us. He said he's going to eat this up. He's going to play his game. I'll be honest with you. If it gets to be torture, don't be surprised if he's not DHing one of the games. Don't be surprised. Cheers to everyone. Have a sip of espresso or coffee on me. But like I said, that's the bottom line, guys. That is what I'm talking about. Sean Brown, John's revenge tour on the league for doubting him. There's nothing to doubt. I mean, from March to September 30th, the guy is the greatest hitter. And I don't want to hear about Ohtani. I don't want to hear about Soto. I don't want to hear about anybody. Acuna, it doesn't matter. Aaron Judge is the best all-around player in baseball as of today. And I detest anybody, and I'll go up against anybody. I don't care what announcer. I don't care who you are. But you have no argument from March to September 30th. You have an argument starting October 3rd when they start the first of the series. You take a look at his numbers. His numbers have to improve. He needs one big hit, a grand slam to win a game, a double, drive in 2 runs, we win the game. That's what he needs. And until that happens, he's always going to have that mark on him that he is not a clutch performer in the playoffs. So how do we fix that, guys? How do we fix it? You know how? A little bit more rest towards the end of the year. The problem is the Yankees keep blowing games. So by the time they let's say when they capture first place, it's the end of the year. If we could secure first place, we can rest Aaron Judge. We can rest Volpe. You can rest some of the guys. But because we play stupid and lose these stupid games that we're supposed to win, can't hit in the extra innings, it's killing the team. Yeah, you say 4 games up. Okay, great. But right now, if the season were to end in 3 weeks, he has to play every game because they got to secure first place. Now, I don't say you got to be up 30 games. No. But you want an 8-game cushion in September? And I'm telling you, you get a fresh Aaron Judge and see what happens. If he doesn't do it then you know what, guys? He can't do it under the lights. He can't. But he needs a chance to show it because he hit 52 home runs, went into the playoffs. He was dead. He wouldn't admit it. He won't admit it. But give that guy a little rest. I mean, you see it in the pudding with Giancarlo Stanton, don't we? You know, Real Bill says, we will be fine, Joe. We are the Yankees. Okay. I believe you to the playoffs. When was the last Yankee World Championship? For a team that has $300 million payroll. How many years ago? How many years? And for stupidity, because they wouldn't go the extra mile to get a left fielder or a third baseman or an extra pitcher when they had a chance at the trade deadline. So what happens? People like Houston picks up somebody big, or the Red Sox, or the Dodgers. They let everybody pick, and the Yankees go and get scrubby right-handed pitchers that get hurt anyway. Sean Browning saying Volpe Dominguez need to be unleashed on the bases, but they need to get on base consistently first. 100%. 100%. And Sean Browning is agreeing with me, 2009. Folks, we're at 2025. Figure that out. So we went through 14 seasons with goose eggs. I mean, listen, I love the fact that Hal Steinbrenner makes us competitive, and that's what he does. But they stop right there. What they need, they never ever. They used to pick up in 1996 that trade deadline. What did they do? Right at the last minute, 11:58, they picked up Cecil Fielder, and that changed the dynamic of that lineup. You put him in the. You know how many clutch hits he had for us, and in the World Series, that 0-0 game, he hit that big double. They don't do that anymore. They pick up scrub right-handed relief pitchers that usually go on the DL or the IL. Okay, this year last year they picked up Chisholm Jr. They had a great opportunity, and he played pretty well. And this year, everybody's expecting goose eggs at the trade deadline. Why? Because for every dollar, they're going to have to pay triple. So if you get a guy making $30 million, you're in essence, you're paying $60 million for the guy. But you're the Yankees. You can handle it. You can handle it. If you can't handle it, then don't tell me that you're all for you. Yeah, they put a competitive team on, but they don't go the extra mile. Why? We're going to cover. Of course, we're going to cover wall to wall on the trade deadline, wall to wall. And I'm going on record, unless there's a dramatic change in the Yankee philosophy, they're going to end up with a somebody who's a 230 hitter, or they'll pick up a guy who I actually like, John Birdie. Somebody in that category. They're not going to go get an Arenado. They're not going to spend money. They're not going to do it. I mean, in a way, you say you can't blame them. I don't want to spend somebody else's money. But if you really want a 28th World Championship, guys, you got to do it. And then you lick your wounds later on. You're getting money coming off the books next year. You can make trades. You're also getting money for Giancarlo Stanton's contract. You're getting another $10 million. So instead of whatever he's getting, $28 million, it'll be $18 million. That's a big difference. So, hey, TC Stills, how you doing? Hope it says 300 mil spent, but on a budget. Insane. Yes, that comment I like. I'm putting that up. Okay, we have a $300 million spent, but we're on a budget. That's insane, because we have to answer to the board. Well, freak the board. You have the majority. I don't care if it's 1%, 2%, or 0.5%. You have the final say. And if they don't like it, sell your shares. Oh, you like grabbing all the money. You love it. You love it. They're worth $8 billion, folks. $8 billion. They bought the team for $100,000 or $10 million that George Steinbrenner only shelled out $100,000 in cash. I have the article. I have the paper. It's right there in black and white in 1973. My family saved that, and I'm glad that they did, because I look at that all the time. So you're going to tell me $10 million, and now they brought it to $8 billion. $8 billion, $8.2 billion, according to Forbes. If the Yankees want to pack it all in right now, that's what they're worth. And yet, we got a nickel and dime because we're worried about another. Why are we worried about that? I know that's Steinbrenner's problem. But do you want to win? That money's going to come back to you, especially if you win. The accolades, everybody's going to want Yankee jerseys. Everybody's going to want everything. I'm just saying, let's be real. let's be real and let's go forward. TC Steele says Yankees print money. Yeah, his glove compartment has thousands of dollars. He could just push a button, open it up, and $100 bills are going to fly all over the place. And I don't believe the malarkey. It's always about they're always blaming about the board. I don't believe that because everybody's has a board. Everybody, more than others though. And the Yankees, unfortunately, I don't know how and why, but they have like 20 people on this board. But they own the majority of the shares. Like I said, you don't like it? Sell them. Get out. Other people, I'm sure, will be happy to pick it up. Own a piece of the Yankees? If we could do it, guys, I'm sure we'd run to the bank. Yeah, they picked up Mark Leiter Jr. up from a homeless shelter. Well, listen, he was great for the Cubs. They overpitched him last year. Let's face it. That you can't help. They overpitched him. And when he came here, he was zonked. But you could start seeing the real Leiter Jr. now. And I would love to see Efros because I know how that guy can pitch. Sean Browning, you know I'd be in Hal's ear. Real Bill says I'll kick in $50,000. Well, hey guys, if you want to start a GoFundMe fund for Yankees to buy players or get players at the trade deadline, let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I'm sure the real true fans are gonna, and we'll go and present it in person. We'll get a big one of those big checks. We make whatever we make. Here, Ed, this is for you. This is a GoFundMe for you to get us a third baseman or to get another pitcher or a relief pitcher for the playoffs. Now, doesn't that sound ridiculous? It's absolutely insane. Sean Browning says Leiter and Cruz deadly splitter combo. Yes. And Merck says, yes, I like Efros. You gotta like him. And thank you for that comment, Merck. You gotta like him. Because he's excellent. He unfortunately came to the Yankees and he's he can't stay healthy, the poor guy. It stinks. TC Steele says it's Hal and Rachel Phillips running the team. Okay. Again, we can go on and on. We can talk all day till we're blue in the face. The Yankees are going to do what the Yankees are going to do. Real Bill says Willie Mays Hayes is the general manager. It's possible. I don't put anything past the Yankees anymore, guys. But so let's hear what you're looking for tonight, guys. What are we looking for? I mean, my number one thing is to come out like vultures. They got to come out and they got to score a couple of runs right off the bat. Keep the fan. They got to keep Lindor in the ballpark because he's a pain in the butt. And of course, people are predicting Juan Soto's going to hit a home run his first time at bat. I don't believe he will. I do not believe he will. I think they'll pitch carefully to him, and whatever happens. If he gets a single, he gets a single. But I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Oh, we should have kept Soto. No, because then we would have had just Judge and Soto again, and a motley crew. Could you imagine not having Paul G? Where would this team be? Where would it be? I don't even want to think about it. And the little that Cody Bellinger's done with the bat, he's been fantastic in the outfield. You could put that guy in any position. I am convinced he will do a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Not a good job, fantastic job. So let's just start hearing some predictions. I really hope that all of you and anybody out there in the car driving to work, if you didn't get a chance to hear our special show on the Subway Series last night at 9 p.m., I really wish you'd go on and take a listen. There was a lot of knowledge from all of us, from Ken, from myself, from Jason, 161 River Avenue, and then Nepin came in. He's a very, very big agent. He works with Jabba Chamberlain. They also said that they made a big acquisition. They teamed up with some big people, and that's coming soon. So, and he's going to also help us in the show with guests and all of that. And I can't say enough about. So take a little listen. It's about an hour and a half, but the middle points to the end, I think, were the best parts of the show. We had a lot of things going on, and it was great. And I can't stress it enough. Remember, everybody, press the like button and subscribe to NY Yankee Mania. And then we have a little relaxation in the morning. And if you're doing work or whatever, then get ready to go to Ken the Ugly Truth channel. He will dissect the Subway series with the Ugly Truth. And right from there, we will go to live play-by-play on Ken's The Ugly Truth channel. And we will both do the play-by-play. As I promised, the lamp will be on, the neon sign will be on, the Tino Martinez hat will be on, and we're going to do everything we can to win tonight and win the series. So that, that's, and also, if by chance there's Yankee news or any big news in baseball, I will come back with a short and go from there. So you will never be leched out that you have to go to ESPN or anything like that. You have our guys here. You have Ken, you have Jason, you have NFE, you have all of us and myself to come and give you the truth and what's going on with the Yankees. We'll also I may do a lineup today, guys, before we start. That may be my short in the before I go on Ken's channel, The Ugly Truth. So I will probably give the lineup as it comes out. It should come out around 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe a little bit sooner. Sean Browning is saying Yankees 8-1 tonight. Wow. Okay. Real Bill says, great show, Joe. Relax, take a deep breath, and calm down. It's imperative to maintain the heart. Yes, don't worry. I'm pretty healthy, thank God. I have a big upper body, but I am feeling very well. Thank you so much. And because of that, I will take another espresso sip for everyone. This is for all you people, all you guys that are in the chat and have supported me these first 5 weeks of me being in existence and NY Yankee Mania. So saluta at everybody. A tutto quando. Oh, is that good? Is that good? Let's see what Merck is saying here. You should check out NYYU. You would like them. They're good too. Okay, no problem. Listen, I'm open to every family as we can get here. So, Jason, let's see. My prediction is we see Soto shuffle this series. He saved it for this series. Maybe. But let me tell you something. If he doesn't perform, man, he is really going to hear it. Merck says, Joe, you should. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. That was the one that he had before. So Merck is saying Yankees 5-2 tonight. Anybody else care to shine in? TC Steele says 7-2 Yanks. Okay. Sean Browning says Rodon 7 dominant innings. Merck says, this is funny, Rachel Ray's running the Yankees. Well, I love Rachel Ray. I love her show. But I have heard she doesn't like to spend too much money. So that's it. That you must know something a lot more than me, but that's what I've heard. But she's a wonderful lady and had a great show for all these years. And I hope that our health is much better than what they were saying, at first. And a shout out to WWE legend announcer Jim Ross, who has colon cancer. That man has gone through hell. A few years back, he lost his wife in a car accident. He has Bell's palsy, and yet he was probably one of the greatest wrestling announcers. He also did Atlanta Braves games, folks, a while ago. So he's been around, and we wish him nothing but the best from the health scare and all of that. So everybody's keep one of the greatest wrestling announcers, even though if you don't like wrestling or whatever, one of the greatest sports announcers of all time, Jim Ross, in your thoughts. And let's hope he can beat this thing, because he's had a very, very hard time. And, he had a lot to deal with, especially with the guy that I don't like to mention, which is Vince McMahon. McMahon made everybody's life miserable. That's why he was very successful, and he's worth about $6 billion or $5 billion. And he's still, even though he's not running the WWE, he is the largest shareholder, which is still unbelievable to me. I wish he would just take it and just leave and leave the driving and everything to Triple H and all of them and let them, and they're succeeding and they're doing very well. Merck, okay. I'm a huge WWE fan now. That's sad to hear about Jim Ross. I would say one of the best play-by-play announcers ever. Yes, Merck, it is. And I don't know if you heard the show last night at the end, Merck. Very, very shortly, I'm going to be introducing a wrestling channel. I'm going to be doing with a very, very young man who's incredible knowledge and incredible in technology, and it brings a lot of fans with him. This is going to be a different perspective of WWE. We're going to get a lot of fans involved. We're going to get younger fans. There's a lot of podcasts out there, but nobody settles on the one important element, and that's you, the younger fan. They want a voice too. Just because they're not 30 years old or whatever does not mean they don't have a voice. And I'm going to bring that, to you guys. It's going to be a different perspective. We're going to have guests on. We're going to show videos. We are allowed to show videos of like Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. Nothing on pay-per-view. We can only discuss it. We may even tackle down the line once pay-per-view is on. We may do the play-by-play like we do with the Yankee games. That'll be interesting if somebody doesn't want to pay pay-per-view, or they don't have Peacock or all of that nonsense. So there's a lot to look forward to. TC says, let's see, Attitude Era and NWO was the best. It was the greatest. It was the greatest time for wrestling. Period. Monday night, the wars, 83 weeks in a row that that WCW clobbered WWE, and that was two things. Vince was sinking. He didn't want to pay the veterans, and they were all going to WCW until finally it started backing up on them. They were making bad decisions, and they were taped. They would tape shows. So WCW took advantage of that. And when they came on live on Monday, they said, well, this is the only channel to watch, because if you go to the other channel, you're going to see that the guy lost in the main event. That's embarrassing to the WWE. And they let it happen for weeks and weeks. Alondra Blaze, whatever her name was, she came on the telecast, WCW, took a woman championship and threw it in the garbage. If that's not a kick in the face, well, the one constant guy that stood with Vince McMahon to this day, and Vince should really kiss his you-know-what, is The Undertaker. If it wasn't for The Undertaker, I don't think we see a WWE right now. He did it all. He sat them down. He had a plan, and it worked like crazy. So you're gonna hear all about that, but that is a separate channel, guys. I will keep you informed. We'll have a show. Believe me, you'll know everything. I will put everything into the notifications, and I hope that you guys will participate. We'll also, another thing we're going to be doing is any shows from around the area, we're gonna have it covered. So if they're in the Meadowlands or they're in Philadelphia, if they have a card that day, when we go on, we'll give the results. So that's unique. That nobody really does. They only do the results of the really big ones. But there's nothing wrong with the mom and pop shops too, because that's where you become big. And we'll go over past, present, and future and we will talk AEW also. But getting back now to the New York Yankees, our favorite topic here. So again, tonight, I really hope that the fans, if they want to boo all you want. Just keep it civil. No fights, no anything. Just go there, enjoy the game, watch our New York Yankees destroy the New York Mets. That would be nice. No disrespect to any Met fans and we did have a couple of Met fans on here last night. And like I said, we would love to have you. No disrespect. But when the Yankees play the Mets, obviously we're going to root for the Yankees. There's no question about that. But if you have a Met question, please, by all means, talk to us about it, please. Well, guys, we're coming up on an hour here. So final thoughts. Basically, like I said, the Yankees have a score to settle. They have. Hey, Dev Finch, how you doing? I'm hoping that you'll look at the replay here. I think we had a lot of good points here. I think you would agree on. And of course, Dev is one of the biggest wrestling fans, and they can't wait until we start. So we're looking forward to that. Yes, and I appreciate that. So one thing at a time. And right now, the most important is the Subway Series. And I don't care if you tell me, oh, Joe, it doesn't matter. It matters. You know it matters. It matters, and I believe a little bit in the stomach, the Yankees too, because they got embarrassed. And maybe that was a good thing, because this year they're going to come out charging. I'd be very surprised if they lose these series. That would be yucky, no question about it. But I don't think they will. Hey, welcome, John Ferrazzo. Remember, John was the winner of the first giveaway that we had here of the $25 Amazon card, which, by the way, he chose to get it in 2 minutes with either Venmo or I gave them the winner the option. So we can mail you the card, or you can have the $25 instantly in your account. And it happens in 2 minutes. So he decided to take it in as an account, and he got it right away. So thank you, John. And let's see what he's saying. The last guy to box, John Sullivan. Ha ha. That was, if I'm not mistaken, when I had a wrestling show, I'm starting to realize now who John is. John was I had a show with Bruno Sammartino once a week for about, I would say, 3 months here in New York. And John, yes, now I remember. John was an avid listener. He didn't like wrestling too much, but he liked Bruno Sammartino. That's all they talked about. And I remember there was somebody that came on with a joke, the last guy to box, John L. Sullivan, and all of that. And there was this one guy on the chat that was annoyed with the belt, and he kept, actually I booted him off. So John, now I remember you. How you doing? Man, oh man, we're talking what are we talking? Well, at least 1992 93. How you doing these days? So I finally put two and two together who you really are. Thank you, John, for following us. And obviously you're a big Yankee fan, so thank you. Let's see. John is the only guy here with cash. Well, we're coming soon, big guy. I'm telling you, you're going to know the night before. And we're going to do it real soon. And again, the same thing. It's only for you, the fans, and not for any creators. So if you have a name underneath and it just says, let's say John Ferrazzo, you are eligible. But if it says, let's say Jason River Avenue, nobody but you, the fans, are eligible for this. It's going to be very fair, and it'll be at the end of the show. So we make sure that everybody is on. Be on the chat. You be a subscriber, and I will give the question, and then we'll go down the line. That's the only way to make it fair. I give you 30 seconds, and I trust that you go with your knowledge. Don't look it up on Google. Be fair. Be fair with yourself, and try to remember it. That's the honest thing. I really appreciate that. But that's coming soon, I promise. So looking forward to it. And, if you win the first 30 days, you can't win again. But after the 30 days, hey, it's open season to John or anybody else. So I'm just happy that you guys are participating and be here. Merck is saying, "Oh, we're getting into wrestling." Joe, do you go to independent wrestling shows? I got a lot of them in New Jersey. I used to. I used to love them. I went to a lot of TV tapings. I was actually at the TV taping the 3 week when they used to do 3 weeks of tapings in one day. When they started the feud with Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan for WrestleMania 3. So, I mean, once in a while, I used to go to gymnasiums in Brooklyn, New York, in Queens. There was Sunnyside Gardens. I don't know if anybody here there would know that. That was very significant. But I've been to a lot of wrestling matches. I've been to a lot of tapings. So the knowledge there is a lot. But working with Bruno Sammartino was the greatest thrill of my life. That was the best, and my George Steinbrenner interview will always be at the top. That it made everything worthwhile. That George Steinbrenner interview, he was gracious enough to grant me an interview one day. He was in the greatest of moods, and I got the interview, and I can't tell you what kind of a thrill that was. So, yes, I do see a lot of shows, Merck. I will keep you posted. If you want to get involved with us in any aspect, by all means, give me I believe I put my all the way back in the beginning of this. I did put my email to get in touch with me if you want to come on the show, if you want to participate with anything. And that would be Joe Yankees 28 at gmail.com. And that's how you get in touch with me. The easiest way is don't leave your number with me so it's easier. I don't want to go back and forth on email and texts and all that. I like to talk to the person because to me that's the right thing to do and for a proper introduction. So, and I will again put it out there that, every now and then we're going to have a roundtable discussion, not only with creators, but with you, the fans. So don't be shy. We're all family. You're never going to do anything wrong. Just obviously no cursing, no, none of that. So that is something that we pride ourselves on, and we're all good here. And we lock it up. So, with that in mind, everyone. So we're in the hour. I guess I think people are reaching their offices or starting their work or they're starting their morning. I really, really appreciate you spending some time with me. And again, get ready for Ken at 1:30 on The Ugly Truth. Subscribe to his channel. He does a wonderful job, definitely dissecting with The Ugly Truth. So you need to do that. The Ugly Truth. Go on it, subscribe, like, just like you do, you do here, and you do with Jason, and you do with NFE, and all of them. We're one big family, and we're here to help each other. And that's the one beautiful thing about this show. It's an open forum, and I absolutely love that you guys interact with each other. And you wish each other well if somebody's not feeling well, and don't be shy if you're not feeling well. We'd like to know about it, to wish you well, and all of that. So by all means, always remember that we're here for you. We're all family. So again, I really appreciate it. So thank you. So again, in closing, let's go Yankees. I want everybody to have a great start to their Friday. Thank God it's Friday, as we know. I think it's time for another espresso, guys. I never touched a cookie because I don't really like eating on the air, but that's an S cookie, an Italian cookie that we always made years and years ago in my dad's Italian bakery. And so you learn these things throughout the years. He had it in Brooklyn for 45 years. So waking up to the smell of Italian bread and rolls and heroes and pizza and lard bread. Oh my God. So there's a lot to talk about. We've got a lot going on. A big day for Yankee fan. Oh, and also the Knicks. The Knicks are one game away, as we know. There's going to be 19,638 in the Garden and another 20,000 outside. So between that, you have 20,000 outside, which will happen. You have 19,000 inside, and you have 45,000 in Yankee Stadium. You tell me if New York City is not going to be rocking tonight. Hopefully, all on a good note. We want the Yankees and the Knicks to win. My hats go off to all the Knicks fans. I'm not exactly the biggest Knicks fan, but I will root for them because they are New York. So I wish them well. But I got to tell you, if they don't win tonight, they're not win. Obviously, to me, they're not winning the series. You could dispute that, but I don't think they got to put them away tonight, and I think they will. There's no such thing as going back to that other arena. They're not going to do that. So with that in mind, I just want to say thank you again. Subscribe. Please tell your friends, your family, anybody that likes baseball, the Yankees, even the Mets. It doesn't matter. We're here. And the more that the channel grows, the more we're able to do. And believe me, there's going to be a lot more surprises here. Trust me when I tell you that. I will make everybody smile. And remember, always, if I can put a smile on even just one of you guys' faces, it makes me feel very, very good. I've tried to do that my whole life in the things that I do, that I did with the public, and I've done a lot with the public. So with that in mind, everyone, have a great Friday. We will see you on Ken's channel at 1:30, The Ugly Truth, and then the live play-by-play at 7 p.m. on Ken the Ugly Truth. On Sunday night, we're going to do the play-by-play on this channel from ESPN. So we'll always have the 8 o'clock in the morning. And then always, if there's breaking news of any kind, you'll know about it right away. If not by me, by Ken and the rest of the wonderful crew that we're all associated with. Have a great day. God bless all of you. God bless America. Love your loved ones always, and always smile when you walk out of that house. Good day, everyone. We will see you in a little bit. Take care. Thank you again. Love you all.